we're moving into the conversation we have this morning on relationship myths. Now, what do you think is something that you have heard, but by the time you went into a relationship, you realized that it's a lie?
I think that would be happy couples don't fight. I've actually heard that a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy couples don't fight. If you're happy in a relationship, there's no way you will fight.
So you're meant to be happy all the time?
Throughout your life in a relationship, because people are happy.
But do you believe that?
Of course not. I won't feel it's happy couples that fight the most.
Okay.
Honestly,
All right.
honestly, I guess because they've gotten to that stage of understanding that they can talk about anything, and you just realize that the more they continue to talk about it, it's just be natural for them. So things other couples will find insultive, or what do you mean, why are we having this kind of conversation?
Okay.
To them, it's just, I'm fine. You know, I've seen couples that just throw shades at each other, and I'm like, wow. But yeah, to me, I just believe that it's happy couples that fight the most. And it's cool.
Cool.
What is the myth that you've heard before and then you realize that it's not true?
Okay, so that you don't have to communicate all the time. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I've heard that too.
You don't have that. It's not necessary that you guys don't have to communicate, that you connect since you guys are in a relationship.
Or that
and
too
all
much
of that.
communication will make the relationship.
Like it would allow see finish. That's the word. Like there would be see finish the moment there's a lot of communication. I really think that's a lie.
Yeah,
Because
communication is key.
You have to communicate with your partner. That's the only way you're able to connect with them. And especially for people that are in a long distance relationship, that is the only thing that you have, communication, because that's the only way you can know the other person better.
Yeah.
Day in, day out, you realize new things about the person that you're with every day. So I realize that you not communicating with your partner is a lie.
It's even harmful self to the relationship.
I know, right?
Right.
All right, let's get into it. We have a couple of myths that we want to debunk this morning on relationship. Now, the first one, like Kemi has said, is happy couples don't fight. The truth is, all couples fight and conflict is necessary. Without conflict, couples wouldn't know what's important and deep bonds couldn't be formed. What's important is how you fight and how you recover. How do I put this now? You're angry.
Yeah.
You're angry with a friend or you're angry with your partner or something, and then you don't want to say anything, but you want them to pick up the fact that you're angry. So you are there.
How would I know?
And then they're asking you, are you okay? I say, I'm fine. Are you okay? I said, I'm fine.
That can be very frustrating.
What's going on? I said, I'm okay. And then you're expecting them to magically know that you're upset. I find that a little bit annoying.
I find that very ridiculous, because if you don't communicate what the problem is, how will they know? They're not magicians or people that read minds or thoughts or anything like that. So please, if you have an issue, just like Bolade has said, with your partner, please tell your partner, communicate the issue with your partner so you both can solve, the problem.
Yes.
But anyways, let's move over to the next myth that we have for you this morning. And it says, if the relationship is meant to be, it will work out. No, that is a myth. Now, the truth is, there are a million reasons why a relationship might not work out. Relationships do take work, and expecting them to work out just because we want them to is often a recipe for disaster. This is very true. I've actually heard this a lot. People say, oh, don't worry, if it is meant to be, it will be. Forget his attitude, forget his... To be honest, there are so many reasons as to why a relationship might not work. I mean, if the person is very toxic, and the way you perceive his behavior, you're not cool about it, there is no way it will work. Even if you're struggling so hard to just make everything work, it won't work. And honestly, the more you struggle, the more hurt you would get, because your partner will just see you as, someone who is desperate and someone who just needs to be in a relationship. So, there are so many factors that might, not allow a relationship to work. And I would just advise that it's very important that you don't close your eyes to such factors, because when they come up, try to pay attention. Try to notice what the problem is in that relationship. And to be honest, if you see it's not workable, it is important that you walk away from that relationship. If you see that it's not going to lead to any positive outcome, it is important that you walk away, because if you stay there, at the end of the day, if he cannot make you toxic, you'll get toxic on your own, and you start to affect people even around you. So, you know, I don't believe in this myth that if a relationship is meant to be, if it's not meant to be, actually it will not be.
So I think that relationship generally, whatever it is, either relationship with your family, relationship with your friends, relationship with your partner or whatever, takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of intentionality. It takes a lot of communication and all of that. Now, if you want to make something work, you have to put all of your energy into it. A lot of people are very afraid of heartbreak. That's because, you know, you have not gotten to that point where the ring is already on your finger or you guys are getting married. So you're not sure if this person is as serious as you are. So you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. That is understandable. But if you are in a serious relationship, you will have to do that, because that is how it is. It's a means to an end. You are on a journey. Until you get to your destination, you are not done. So if you now say that, well, whatever will be, I cannot stress myself, I can't come and kill myself, you'd realize that you are only scratching the surface of that relationship where you can actually reach your full potential. So if you are not interested in putting in the work, I don't see any reason why you are in that relationship in the first place. If you cannot do the needful, I don't see why you're in that relationship. So there is really nothing like, whatever will be, and all of that. Whatever will not be, because you're not working. That's just as simple. Whatever will not be, because one time the other person realized that they're putting in more energy than you are, and you're probably just laid back and you're not doing anything. And then they realize, okay, so why am I wasting my time with this one that does not like me like that?
So I feel like in a relationship, there is always one person that puts in more.
But the disparity shouldn't be much. So if I am putting in 90 and you're putting in 85,
it's okay.
That's okay.
Or 80.
If I'm putting in 90, you're putting in 70, that's fair. If I'm putting in 90, I'm putting in 15. I will not take that, I'm sorry, because the energy is not just there.
Yeah.
See, I can even still manage if I'm putting in 90 and you are putting 50. I know that, okay, maybe you're trying to pull your weight, you've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, people go through a lot of things. Heartbreak, emotional damage, physical, a lot of things. So maybe you're trying to get yourself together and everything. Yes, if I love you, I will be patient, because I know that I know what you're going through and I want to be there for you. That's a different thing. But if I just see that you are just laid back, like you're just here to just stress me out and you're just here to just waste my time, why am I wasting my own time? Then I know that whatever will be, I'm gone.
So essentially, if one partner is putting a whole lot into the relationship and the other partner is just laid back, it is okay for the partner to walk away then. So yeah, that is what we are saying this morning. What will be, will not be.
We have more for relationship myths, but let's take this very quick break. When we're back, we'll continue.
We are still discussing myths and facts about relationship. And this next one that we have here says, if they were really in love, they wouldn't have been unfaithful. Now, the truth about this myth is people who are in love can also be unfaithful. A person's infidelity is not always a sign of the quality of the relationship. It depends on a variety of factors. If they were really in love, they wouldn't have been unfaithful. When you're truly in love with someone, you will try to make everything work. You will try not to lie to the person, like you've said. You try not to, deceive the person. You try to be truthful. You try to be. I've also heard people say, when you're in love, you will not want to hurt this person's feelings. You will not want to tell this person things that would hurt. We've had different sides to this story. Do you understand? But this myth right here is saying, in fact, let me just read it out again. Okay. It is saying that if they were really in love, they wouldn't have been unfaithful. Now, that is the myth. If we're, based on what you've said, this ought to have been the truth. right?
I don't believe it's a myth.
The truth should have been the myth that says people who are in love can also be unfaithful. Now, that could have been the myth. So, okay, agreed. So those that are cheating, if you are cheating and you are claiming to be in love with your partner, it has been established you don't love your partner. Maybe you're feeling, I don't know, infatuation, obsession, or actually it could even be obsession.
It could be what?
It could be obsession.
How so?
When you obsess over someone, you know, so there's a fine line between you being in love and you obsessing over someone. You're obsessing over someone, you like it clouds your judgment. When you're in love, you take your time to understand your partner. Okay. But when you're obsessive, when you've allowed obsession to cloud your judgment, you're not thinking whatever this person does, you don't even care. Do you understand? You just act out on it. You don't give room for listening and anything. That is how I see obsession anyways. But so we have concluded though that if you are cheating with your partner, your girlfriend, and you say you are in love with your partner, is a lie. You are not in love.
Okay, so
that's what Bolade and I are saying.
Wait,
What?
No, so this is my opinion.
Okay.
Me as a person. And I also believe that people make mistakes. A lot of things happen. People fall into different life situations that would put them in uncomfortable places where they make mistakes. That happens. A lot of, hormonal imbalance can be a problem and all of that. But I just feel like it's just unfair, especially if, this other person that you're with is giving it their all and they're expecting that you're also giving it their all. I have heard different things. The one that is the most ridiculous to me is where, one person has one sexual partner, but the other partner has multiple sexual partners unknown to the person that has just one, that is you, and you have multiple sexual partners, and then you go and bring something for the other person. I'm talking about sexual transmitted infections
diseases and all of that.
That's just painful.
That's
There's a story we took on Trending Topics sometimes last year, 2 years ago, where this lady I think she had herpes or chlamydia, one of those sexually transmitted infections. And she said that she only has one sexual partner, which is her husband. Her husband has been gallivanting with some other people without using protection, and he brought the sexually transmitted infections to the wife, and that's really, 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 caused a lot of problems with her. I'm talking about her health, and then in the family, because when she went to realize that a lot of things were happening, she had to go for testing, etc. And then they told her that she had this, and then she was wondering, where did I get this from? Of course, the notion is for you not to have to not use protection when you are having sex with your partner, your only partner. I'm talking about the person that you're married to, and she was like, okay, so if I am not the one that gave you, you probably is the one that gave me. How did you get it? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. But I best believe that the woman might now even be the one, okay, I don't want to use the word die, if it's a deadly disease. Because there's this funny movie I saw, it's just like what you've said, but the woman was the one that died first. Then the man still got to live a longer life.
That's
and so it's the man that, But honestly, just to wrap this up, I really like the fact that you said that hormonal imbalances can be a contributing factor, which is why I said, wait. To be honest, hormonal imbalances, like I said at the beginning of this conversation, I said that there are some people that have been overly exposed to sex at a very young, and it has become a thing. It is now a problem for them that they have to seek therapy and all of that. Now, it could actually be that they're in love with their partner, but they are still trying to gain control. Do you understand? If that is the case, then understandable. But men that genuinely cheat, like intentionally
Why
cheat.
are you saying men? And
women.
A lot of women.
And women
Please, don't
that
even
genuinely
do that.
and intentionally cheat on their partner. Bolade is saying that you don't love your partner. And I'm beginning to think that is true. That is infatuation.
I don't know if it's a fact or a myth, but this is my own opinion. I feel if you've not had a conversation with your partner on what you want, I think it is easy. Kemi, I think it is easy. If I am dating somebody and I want to be, what's it called, with other people, I will tell them that, okay, excuse me, I don't want to just be with you alone.
Then you don't love this person.
I want to, hold on. I am telling you already, so it's not cheating. That I want to be with other people. Hold on.
I disagree.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding on. I'm hearing you out.
Hear me out. This is the caveat. So, if we are in a relationship, yes, and I want us to be in an open relationship, I will tell you. You know what it means to be in an open relationship?
Of course, I know.
Where you are not exclusive to one person, you are probably seeing other people, and maybe the only thing that you're having with the other persons is just sex. You get? I will let you know that, okay, so it is not just you that I'm having, sexual relationship with. I'm having it with 3 other people. If you agree, that is, you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. Then it means it is fine and it isn't cheating because you're aware.
It is not cheating, but it also does not mean that you're in love with that person.
I don't know.
No, of course, you can't definitely be in love with that person.
Probably not. I really am not the, how do I put this now? The connoisseur for this kind of conversations. But I am just saying that if you know that you want to be gallivanting, how about you just tell the person that you're official with that, okay, this is what I want to do. If they agree, fine. We're talking about being unfaithful. Being unfaithful is when the other person doesn't have an idea or an inkling of what is going on in that relationship. That, okay, so they realize one day that, and you know that being unfaithful can be, a yardstick for what's it called, for divorce. It can be that you can actually take that to court. If that's if you guys are married legally, that this person is unfaithful in the marriage. So it is just important that you have a conversation with your partner. I want to gallivant. Can I or not?
Definitely, there will never be any justification for cheating.
This other myth says getting married, buying a house, having a baby, etc. will save your relationship. This is the truth. It is tempting to look for something outside the relationship to save you. We bring ourselves and our current relationship wherever we go. I think what can save your relationship is you.
Yeah.
What can save your relationship is you and your partner. Not the houses that you buy, not you having children, not you buying clothes or gifts or whatever. The only way your relationship can be saved is when the both of you actually see what the problem is, where you can look for the root cause and try to, solve that.
And the next relationship myth here says, never go to bed angry. The truth is, it is okay to take a break during conflict, and it's actually very healthy when a partner can express that they are emotionally flooded and return to the conversation at an agreed upon time. This is very true. We've said it over and over again here on Tea or Coffee. It is very important to recognize when you are ready to argue. Because, say, if you are not ready to argue, of course, we talked about how it's important to not prolong argument and all of that. But then again, recognize when you're ready to argue. Because when you're not ready to argue and then you just want to force yourself to argue, you end up saying things that you shouldn't say. You end up, in fact, you end up escalating the issue on ground. So it's very important that, take a break. If you feel like, you're not ready to have that conversation with your partner.
When you want to apply Don't Let Sunset on your anger, literally, is probably you and I, we had a back and forth. And then, it probably was in the morning. And then I've thought about it. I realized that, okay, so maybe I was the one that was wrong. Or maybe I need to converse with you. And maybe there was a misunderstanding or miscommunication. I will call you. And set up a meeting or something. We would have a conversation that, okay, so this and that. You talk about what has happened. You talk from your point of view. We may not agree.
Yeah.
We would say, we probably may see it from different points of views. Or we may agree. Maybe you realize that, you were wrong. Or I realized that, maybe I didn't really understand what happened. It's a miscommunication or something, or misinterpretation and all of that. Then we sort it out before the day went out. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We did not let it prolong because it was unnecessary. That is where, it is literal to actually say, don't let the sun set on your anger. So when it goes far, farther than that, which means that there are times whereby some resentments that you have or on arguments or misunderstandings that you have with people can go longer than a particular day. What you necessarily have to do when you don't want the sun when you don't want the sun to set on that anger is for you to take your time, think about it, and sort it out. You shouldn't let it prolong.
Definitely.
That's the major conversation. You shouldn't let it prolong than a certain amount of hours or days. There's some conversations that are not that should have been sorted before 5 weeks. But, some people would actually, make a mountain out of a molehill. Yeah. And I don't blame them because they feel, a lot of people feel differently. We breed a lot of sensitive people these days. So, you have to actually take into consideration other people's feelings when it has to do with conversations like this. So, majorly, you want to ask a question?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just thinking in my mind that what about when the sun is setting at the moment and then the argument just comes up? What happens?
You would actually think about it probably the next day. You sleep on it and then you speak with that person. So and that's where it's not very literal.
Sunset, they have not solved.
Then you keep trying. That's what conflict resolution is all about. You keep trying. You keep looking at ways.
That was the topic.
Conflict resolution.
Partner. Yeah. But anyways, that is very, very, very true.
The next one says a good partner will know how to meet all of your needs. That's a myth. No one will be able to meet all of your needs. It's okay to have friends, hobbies, and other sources of support outside of the relationship. Yes.
I agree too.
I totally agree. A good partner will not sort all of your needs. That is too much pressure on a
one
human
person.
being.
Yes.
A good partner will not sort all of your needs. A good partner will help.
Yeah.
A good partner will ask. A good partner will be there when they can. A good partner will sacrifice. A good partner will do some compromises. But a good partner will not sort all of your needs. That's just unfair. That's too much pressure. That's unnecessary. You have family members. You have friends. And you also have hobbies. A partner should not be the one that is always being your source of joy every now and then.
Actually.
Who will be their own source of joy? Why are you sapping all of their energy? You will make your good partner tired, especially if your good partner has the Messiah syndrome. Your good partner will be tired.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, do you know what it is to have Messiah syndrome?
Somebody that just likes to help every time.
The savior every time. Your good partner will die. Of what's it called? No, seriously. Because when this person is drained, they will be drained physically, emotionally, and mentally. Have you realized that there's some times whereby it is the partner of that person that sends them to therapy? They probably are just the person is a jolly good fellow, but because this other person is always draining them, today they need money, tomorrow they need emotional support, next tomorrow they need this, always they're needing something, they're not giving anything back in return, they're always taking, never giving, never looking outside, never even trying. They will kill this other person because this person will just be giving and giving, nothing to take back. It's unfair.
I've heard people say, so it goes both ways. When people say relationship is a business contract, I've heard people say, no, it shouldn't be a business transaction. It is a relationship. I've heard people say relationship is give and take. For the ones that are not, it's a give and take. So you cannot be collecting and then you are not giving. Do you understand? And you don't expect your partner to be giving, and you are not collecting. It's. I think the summary of this is creating balance, right? If you're always, number one, you and only you can really fully understand your needs, right? You know what you want, you know what you need. You can only communicate this to your partner, and your partner can only assist. But some people feel this entitlement that, he's my partner, he should be able to do all of these things for me. Look, just like Omobolade has said, he is not the Messiah. Do you understand? He's not the Messiah. What are you doing? Okay, if he's doing everything for you, who is there for him? And in my mind, most especially, it's sad when I hear some ladies say, after all, it's the guy in the relationship. No.
What's your job?
It's not your father. Even your father should not even, your father should not bear all your burden. When you're as an adult, growing up, yes, it's their responsibility. But as an adult, there's some things you should be able to do for yourself, when you attain a certain age. But if you're expecting even your father, we talked about this yesterday, the entitlement mentality, parents feeling entitled to their children's property, wealth, and everything, vice versa. Do you understand? And it is really, really annoying. I see it. I don't know. I just feel like people that do things like that, they don't have common sense. Honestly, because if you have common sense, you would know, you would understand that, it is not a one-way thing.
One-way street.
It's a give and take. Do you understand? To make that relationship work, it will not work if somebody is just collecting. The person one way will wake up and say, this is not right. It's not okay. So please, your partner cannot solve all your needs. Like Bolade has said, does not have the Messiah syndrome. Thank you.
It is just please, importantly, that's one of the reasons why you should have friends. One of the reasons why you should build your network. One of the reasons why you should meet people and have hobbies outside your relationship. Please, have things that you're doing, have a job, have hobbies outside a relationship. Because when you don't, you are going to be putting all of your feelings and emotions and all of that on one person, and that person will be carrying all that load on themselves.
The last relationship myth that we have for you this morning, the myth says you need to have sex X times a month. Maybe you'll find X in this. But the truth here is there is no perfect amount of sex. Each couple gets to decide what works for them. Yes, speaking of sex in relationship, in marriage, it's not because... we've taken stories whereby you see couples, they legit bring out their sex issues outside to the public. No, it's because I wanted to have sex with her. She ran outside. am I not yours? Are you not mine? But it shouldn't be like that. This thing is something you both can communicate. And to be honest, I don't even think that there should be a time that you have sex. It's based on your feeling, how you're feeling at the moment, how your partner is feeling. And also, I feel like it should be mutual.
Okay.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, right. So when it has to do with sexual, I think you should talk to your partner about what it is that you like, what you don't like, what they don't like, how they like it, and what is their, what are their pet peeves, what do they enjoy generally, and how much do they enjoy it? Some people are, what do we term? We term them freaky. Some people are freaky. Some people are not. Some people are very excited when it has to do with sex. Some people aren't. Some people are adventurous. Some people would love to try different things. Some people are not. You need to be able to strike that balance. If you are adventurous and your partner isn't, you need to speak with them, because if you don't, and then you're trying a lot of things and then you're just hitting, a roadblock, there's going to be a problem. A massive, massive problem. But I don't know,
Sha. The truth of the matter is, it is a feeling. There will be days that you would feel the need to, and that's not what's on the calendar. But because of the calendar, you just have to I just feel like you're killing yourself, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I feel. It's a feeling. If you want it, and you're, and that's how some people become unfaithful. My wife has given a strict rule: don't, only on Wednesday. Why do I keep saying Wednesday and Friday? By the way,
I was going to ask you that, Kemi, what's happening? Wednesdays and Fridays, okay. But anyways, while we're finding out why Kemi enjoys Wednesdays and Fridays, we're going to go on a break. We'll be back.
It's so weird.